So my spiritual path started as early as me being in the single digits of age. I connected through prayer. Like when I was a little girl, I grew up in the hood. It was a pretty dangerous area. And so I saw a lot of death and drug addiction and a lot of like bad things going on, a lot of fighting and violence. So I would pray for peace and harmony in the world. And lo and behold, my prayers were heard. I can reflect now on that because, of course, I didn't know then because I wasn't even 10. But I know now that my connection started free and clear on my own. I had heard about God from other people. I had gone to church with my family as more just like, I wouldn't say a ritual because I take rituals very seriously, and setting intentions, but it was a social conditioning thing, in my opinion. Like to look good to everybody else, we have to go to church because it didn't look like my family enjoyed it. So it looked like it literally was a thing, a programming thing. So I'm happy to reflect in this moment and know that my connection was free and clear as a little girl. And I do believe God helped me with that because I was a child with quite a vast imagination. I was an only child, so I spent a lot of time by myself with my Barbies and my records. And I just spent a lot of time just in my imagination and having fun. And I do honestly believe I tapped in then. For me, spirit is God, is Jesus, is my ancestors, my grandfather, my grandmother, and the whole universe. I have access to everything. When you say my connection, how deep is my connection? It is very deep. And I hear spirit as though they are sitting next to me, any member of spirit. That's how clearly I can hear. I'm clairaudient. And I've done a lot of work to deepen that hearing by opening up more of me and living authentically and allowing things to flow. Okay. And so, throughout my life, things will happen just being led. Like I have followed my intuition, my sixth sense to a T. I rarely trusted other people versus my intuition because I didn't even think or function like them. The word neurodivergent, that's something that I'm studying, but I feel as though I am that. And I followed my instincts and I did what was right for me, even though it wasn't what the people around me were doing. They were all, I felt like more people were doing the opposite of what I was doing. So black sheep, I stood out and everything, and it didn't always feel good, but I'm glad I did that because it led me on a different path than all of my family and friends. My life is much more abundant because I followed my gut instead of doing what everybody else was doing because it just didn't feel right to me. I pay attention to how things make me feel and I move according to that. That is very, very important that you trust yourself in this process because if not, you'll have separation from you in spirit and you won't be able to tune in as effectively because you're going with the crowd. You want to stay away from going with the crowd if it does not feel right to you. So, fast forward to 2019, I had a nervous breakdown. And it's because my spirit, my soul just wasn't happy. And I just became extremely exhausted. And I wasn't able to live my life the way I want to live. Like I have a zest for life. And one of the ways for spirit to get my attention is to sit me down. And we do get spiritually ill. I have been spiritually ill, and it manifests through like colds and flus and stuff like that because there's a lot of clearing that had to be done up to that point because I had been lifing a lot. I'm a mom, very busy schedule, a wife, working. Like I had so much stuff going on that I was getting further and further away from myself. And so before that happens, it's like I have these alarms inside of me to say, okay, like, no, you need to sit down, because if you go too far, then chronic illness sets in and all of this stuff. So in 2019, I had the nervous breakdown. I went to a therapist and I started my self love journey because she let me know that I wasn't self loving. And I took that very personal, and I cut everything off and started taking care of myself because I was afraid that I would pass away. And so I started that journey, and I didn't know that by going deeper within myself, it would open me up, it would expand me spiritually. Um, and so I was on that journey. And then in 2021, that's when I started seeing synchronicities. That's when I became aware of spiritual awakening. Okay. And I was seeing synchronicities in numbers. Like I just continued to see my birthday in the car, at work, on a laptop, on my phone, my watch. 10:08 just came up everywhere. And so I was talking to my husband, and it was so funny because my grandmom, she played lottery numbers. And so whenever I see numbers or think of numbers at that time, I thought I need to play this number. And my husband said, well, won't you look it up? And I did. And that's when I was introduced to angel numbers. And so I Googled it and I read about it, and it resonated so much with me. And then it dawned on me, oh my God, the universe is talking to me. Like God and the universe and spirit took the time to nag me, basically, to really press for my attention. And I'm sorry I get emotional about this because this is so special and so sacred to me. That God and the universe and spirit and everybody involved said, Tasha, look at this, because it's going to give you some awesome guidance for your life. And we want to talk to you. We want to connect with you more. But you got to learn how we connect. So, synchronistic numbers 111, 222, 333. I just went crazy with researching that. And then metaphysical with a woman, Dolores Cannon. Oh my God, she opened my mind so much to the universe, so much. And Christina Lopes on YouTube, like these women single-handedly just really ushered me through a massive spiritual awakening. And I am extremely blessed for it, because I got to know a whole world of me that I didn't know. I did not know me in that way, because growing up, I just didn't have anybody else pouring into me and helping me to understand myself in that way, right? Let me wipe my tears so I can see my notes. So we had the angel numbers and stuff. And let's see. Oh, 2015, there was a situation where I knew something. It was something going on with a family member, and they were waiting for some results for something. And as positive as I tried to be for them and praying and stuff, I just had this feeling that it didn't work out. Right. And I was like, dang, I'm probably being real negative right now. Like, I don't understand this. And so it was the outcome that I said it didn't work out for that person. But what I didn't know was that person was doing some backdoor things for that thing. So they weren't being totally honest with me, but I was able to sense that the situation wasn't going to work out positively. Okay. And so it's like that inner knowing or your gut instinct, like it revealed itself to me, but I still didn't understand it until one day I was talking to a friend, and she said, that's a gift from God. Cause I didn't like it. I was like, I don't want to know these bad things, you know? And she said, that's a gift from God. Embrace it. And I took it from there. And that was in 2015. And so from there, I was like, okay, I had a different perspective. Oftentimes, different perspectives just really open your mind tremendously to yourself and the world, you know? So at that time, I was open to it all, just open. But one of the things is trust. Like, you have to trust in yourself, you have to trust in your words. Okay. You have to trust that this path that you're on is going to lead you to what you want. All right. And authenticity is key. You have to live a life that's true to you, because if you don't, your connection will be off, which I'm sure you can understand why. Because you're not, excuse me, if you're not thriving in your authenticity, then you can't get messages that are authentic to you. And that's key there, especially for your protection. If you go out somewhere and something pop off, then you need to listen to your gut instead of saying, oh, it's nothing, I'm just overreacting. No, it could be the difference between you living or you dying, you getting home safe or you being hurt, so you have to release all doubt within you to go deeper. Now these things happens in layers, right? So that's one of the biggest things that I've been working on over the years is releasing doubt. That strengthens my connection as well. And after 2021, when I just opened my mind up fully to the world of spirituality, to the world of metaphysical, I don't know if it's metaphysicality a word. I don't know. But I was guided to everything that is me. I just have a thirst for knowledge, but I can see where I was strategically guided. I found out about myself being an empath, and then a Heyoka empath, a clairsentient empath. Like I have all the clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairgustance, where you taste things, out of the blue. I was wanting some, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I was wanting some blue crabs because they are like a hit there, like a big thing. And I swear I've been into some chicken and it tasted like crab. So it's like I had that moment, and it was pretty amazing. Like it adds to my life, my connection so much. It has added so much quality to my life. When I just sit or I go out sometime, girl, if you can hear the conversations going on inside of me, because I always have friends with them. I always have support. There's always somebody there for me, so I'm never alone. And I love that for me. I really do, because growing up being misunderstood and you connect with something, though it's invisible, girl, it feels so good, and it continues to prove itself to me. Like I can trust this, and I've loosened up so much, and I have so much fun because I haven't always had trustworthy people in my life, but within my heart, within my soul, I have something so special and so sacred to me. And as far as hearing, like I said, I hear very clearly. I do. I also believe that the leaves on the trees whisper to us as well. It's all about what you believe. And you asked me, had I ever seen a spirit in real life? Yes, I have. uh Jerry from Abraham Hicks. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but Jerry, he and Esther worked together, but he passed on. And I heard this story where the lady said that Jerry came to visit her. And so one night I was laying in the bed and spirit guided me, and I asked, like, Jerry, I want to see you too. And I saw him. It's kind of like he was like a little Casper. He was white, but I know now because girl, the shit freaked me out. I was like, what the fuck? But it was in my mind's eye. Like when you like clear your third eye chakra and your mind's eye is just flowing, I see so many things. Like I work with the chakras, so I'll see like a yellow circle. So that tells me my confidence got a boost. If I see a red one, that tells me my root chakra got a boost. The yellow is for the solar plexus. If I see the orange, like I know what's going on with my spirit because I continue to do the work on me and releasing the doubt and changing my perspectives and how I feel about myself. So, yes, I have seen spirits. Now, I don't believe they just roam the earth. I have no proof of that. Like one time I saw some footage of a Travis Scott concert, and the people was going crazy and shit. And see, because the way I understand music, I know music can take you there. I don't know if you ever heard of like the Holy Ghost and stuff like in church, but it's like an out of body experience when you in the right musical situation. I've experienced that with Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? And who else? R. Kelly. So I'm like, okay, but somebody I feel doctored the image to put these black goblins in there and stuff. I think people just got overwhelmed by the energy of the concert because Travis Scott music is off the fucking chain. You hear me? Like music, like I'm a witch. I know that's crazy, but I identify as a witch, specifically a musical witch. Music is my deal. Okay. I mean, I'm working on being a DJ too. But and I just understand things. It's about perspective. It's also about reeling in shit too. It's about not going down those paths that are just illusions, okay, or delusional. Like you gotta balance out your mind as you're doing this, because as you open your mind to spirit, you also open your mind to other things, and fear is always lurking. Okay, so you have to balance that out, and I can, help you with that. um, let's see. And it's just levels to all of this. We can't just dive deep into and you just be there. It has to become a way of life for you because this is my way of life. Okay? So it has to be a way of life for you, like commitment every day, because it's you. It's a commitment to you and your growth. Because yeah, you're growing more connected to spirit, but you're growing, more importantly, you're growing more connected to yourself. That's important first. Your connection to yourself, and spirit helps you with that. Okay. Um so just to kind of wrap up, I'm just looking at your questions. You want to expand your mind, and we will do that. Spirit, we talked, and we're going to let spirit lead our sessions so that we can go to the places that are going to be most beneficial for you. Okay. So just to kind of let you know what the game plan is, it'll be spirit led. So you really get to experience it. You get to experience what types of things at some point you'll be able to do. So, just be mindful of that. Um, and let's see. I think I think that's it. I mean, overall, I didn't find out that I was so spiritually attuned until really 2021, but it had always existed in my life. My clairvoyance and stuff, girl, just like I remember, like my first husband, he was cheating on me, and I would be in his presence, and I would have these images in my mind of him being with other women. So, like, just letting you know the types of stuff that come with it. You know what I mean? But that was great protection because I knew, regardless if he was going to lie to me, I already knew. I had the images, but I did not know what that was. I didn't know at the time. I thought I was just angry and upset. But I know now it was guidance to let me know that he wasn't a good guy. I did since leave him and everything. And I am with a wonderful guy. And there have been no images or anything there. So he's safe. So even your spiritual connection can help you in that way. With friends, family that don't have your best interests at heart, you will know. You will know. So I hope this is helpful. I did send you the email with the information and everything. So let me know if you have any questions. And I want to say this to you too, babe. I am 100% down for what you want to do, but I do not guarantee any results because you have to do the work. I'm going to do my part, but you have to do your part too. So I just wanted to put that out there for you. I look forward to whatever the future holds for us. You know what I mean? Because you got to do what's comfortable for you, and you got to find the right person for you. So if you decide that I'm at any time not the right person, do what you need to do for you. I will not take it personal. Okay. I've enjoyed our interactions thus far. And like I said, I look forward to whatever is in the future for us. Have a great day.